Hello everybody and welcome to the 2020 Play It Again Sports Jonesboro Open presented by Prodigy Discs. This is a Disc Golf Pro Tour event and a PDGA event held here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. We are playing on just over an 8,000 foot par 66 course. This is championship course to the Disc Side of Heaven. It's a very long course, a lot of mature trees, a lot of rolling elevations. And one of the big elements that you'll find in this course is the wind. Let's watch some disc golf.
First to tee off from California is Jessica Weese.
Jessica Weese on the box here first. On this hole one, par 3, 380 foot. And a beautiful drive.
Second on the card, all the way from Florida, is Ellen Widboom.
First throw of the round, held that out to the right a little longer than she wanted. She's going to be outside of circle 2 underneath that tree.
Third on the tee, hailing from Wisconsin, Hailey King.
Hailey King flipping it off the tee box a little bit, but still being there in circle's edge.
Fourth player on the 230 card from New York, Missy Gannon.
Looks like she's following the same line as Hailey, but she's going to skip up the hill there just a tad bit more. With a nice layup outside the wood edge there, and Missy with a long putt attempt there on hole 1. Hailey also with the long attempt in right side cage. Allen, nice. Boom! Great par save. Jessica with the birdie run and just a little bit early. I will give Jessica a little bit of credit. She had a little bit of a rough start as far as before the round. She showed up about 8 minutes before the round, got about 5 putts in, and jumped right up. Very impressed with the drive, especially for being cold. We're going to see a lot more of those great drives from her and a lot of great putts. But here, hole 1, everybody finishing with the even par 3. Hole 2, par 4, 605 feet. Here you can either take the right route, here as you see Jessica is doing, or you can take the left route, which you see Ellen lining up for. Ellen taking the sidearm, getting caught up in the trees there. She's up on the edge there. She's going to have an okay out. Hailey with the booming hyzer. One of the negatives with the single camera coverage is obviously I can't see the end flight. Hopefully my commentary make up for that a little bit. And Missy with just as good a big booming hyzer. And a great sidearm there for Ellen. Unfortunate tree, but still she gets up there considering where she was at on the edge of the trees. And here with Jessica, she made it to the outside of the grass a little bit, the outside of the fairway. Has to throw a big forehand sidearm. She's going to be wrapped up underneath a little bit of the trees. And here's that rolling hill I was talking about in the introduction. Still a great shot by Missy. A beautiful air balance there by Hailey, putting her underneath the basket. Ellen going for the long 3, and right away she pointed over to me and said, "I had to run it." And yes, she did. Jay Weese underneath the trees here a little bit. He's just going to toss out. Missy a little bit high on that birdie attempt. Jessica still just a hair short. Gonna take the bogey, getting those putting nerves, or maybe it's not even nerves so much as just putting routine, getting that muscle memory built. Ellen with the routine 4. Just to stay to even. Missy even, and Hailey in on the board at -1. After hole 2, we're at +1, even, -1, and even. Hole 3, this is par 3, 310 foot. Very routine shot. You can see this valley, which definitely brings the wind into account, but not for Hailey. Hailey with the park job.
Thank you.
Ellen with the sidearm again, kind of holding it out there a little bit too long to get it to fade out. A little wider she wants. She's still in a long putting range, but she still has the putt. Missy with the beautiful drive, takes it out wide, lets that fade do the job and do the work for her.
Thank you.
Puts it right up next to the basket. Jessica sawing this one off a little bit early. Gonna put it left side of the basket, but still also it's gonna have that putt. Ellen has such a fun long putt to watch. There's a lot of good chances. In for the par. Missy's on the board. -1. Back-to-back birdies for Hailey. And Jessica in for the par. Hole 3, +1, even, -2, and Missy at -1. Hole 4, big 630-foot par 4. Hailey goes for the rip, a little bit high though, but somehow manages to get through a big chunk of those trees. She is up there for sure. Missy's gonna find herself behind a big tree. Ellen with a beautiful drive.
Stop.
Missy working on her patent pending skills, just putting it safe. You do see the stakes right behind where she landed. That is out of bounds. Hailey with the big hyzer, releases it a little bit early. He's going to fade out more than she wants. She's going to find OB. Missy taking it wide again, letting the disc curve on its own, get that fade towards the basket.
Yeah.
Beautiful up and down there by Jessica. Just high band there. Bogey for Missy Gannon. Great putt though. Bogey for Hailey with the OB stroke. Just up and down, taking the routine par there. And Ellen's gonna finish us out with a bogey here on hole 4. +1, +1, -1, and even. Here we are, hole 5, par 3, 345 feet. Huge shot by Missy. You see all the out of bounds to the right, plus she has to go over the out of bounds creek, which she does with no problem. Puts it right next to the basket, about 10 to 12 feet. Hailey going for it also. She has the arm to do it. She just put it up a little bit high, let it fade out, finding OB for the second hole in a row. Missy's not messing with that OB at all. Says, I'm just going to put it right here in the middle. Ellen likes that plan that with Missy and decides to do the same thing. Hailey from the drop zone. Hailey in, taking the bogey. And there we go. Just on the board with that birdie. And a couple pars there for Ellen and Missy as we conclude hole 5. Even, +1, even, and even. Hole 6, par 3, 315 feet. Big creek, stream, whatever we call this. She goes out of bounds because you got to land on that island where you can see the signs that kind of circle behind the basket. You got to land within that. Missy a little bit wide, also not making it within the island. Ellen with the big sidearm needs to come in, and it does. That is beautiful. Hailey also with the sidearm. Said, I've got 2 OBs in a row, not this time. Park City. Jessica from the drop zone. Playing that a little bit wide, but just over that corner, but in bounds. Missy saws it a little low and a little early. Little tester uphill putt. She found the nickel band, rejecting her from going in. Oh, Ellen was not happy with that. Low left side. I'm not sure if she caught the nubs, but definitely spit out the left side. Jessica taking the bogey. Missy's going to take the double. Give her valet ticket because she is parked. And in for the par. +1, +1, -1, +2 as we conclude hole 6. Hole 7, par 4, 545 foot, slightly uphill with a rolling elevation pulling to the right side. sidearm, getting caught up into that big center tree. Jessica following suit and finding that same tree. Missy's going to take the right hyzer angle. But somehow she's going to also find that same tree. All three of those girls are right underneath that big tree. But Ellen says, what tree? Beautiful sidearm flex. Right to the tree line up near the basket. Missy having to do that patent pending again. A little bit low and early, but she is out and about. Huge drive by Hailey. However, she saws that one a little bit early. It's going to hit the tree line, putting her on the outside. Missy going for the run. Great line, just low. What you can't see here very well is to the right there is a fence, which causes Hailey to have to putt to the right side there. It's a big post. You can see that post right in front of Jessica where she's putting over. It's definitely in her way. Left side chains from Ellen. Just in the basket for the par. Full set of pars here on hole 6. Gonna keep everybody there at +1, +1, -1, and +2 through hole 7. Hole 8, par 3, 324 feet. Big sidearm. Basket plays right behind that big tree, right about there. Great shot, Hailey. Ellen's throwing the same sidearm. It's going to hold it over a little bit longer. It's not going to want to fade nearly as fast, but she has a putt run. The basket is an elevated basket, kind of an already elevated slope. Jessica with a beautiful sidearm, letting that disc fade on its own, putting it right into some putting territory for her. Missy's going to put this nose up a little bit high and a little bit right angled. She's going to fade out in front of that tree. However, it's like this gap right here was cut just for her. Again, one has this patent pending backwards approach, but a beautiful opening gap for her to be able to slide up right up to the basket. As I said, we have an elevated basket here, so Ellen's giving it that run off the left side face mask. Great opportunity. Big, strong, stiff headwind right there. Jessica was trying to put the anti-putt to get it in there. Just didn't have quite the line. The release. Hailey with the burn. Missy with the par save. And Jessica and Ellen both with the par. Through hole 8, +1, +1. Hailey drops down to -2. Missy stays there at +2 through hole 8. Hole 9, big par 5, 715 feet. Big rolling hills on here. You got to hit this initial gap right off the tee box. Hailey going big, turns it over a little bit. She's going to be over on the right side of the fringe. Ellen with the big flex sidearm. Going to put her right in the middle. Jessica turn that over a little bit. She's going to also be over on that right fringe of the fairway. Just going straight with that slight left fade, but it's going to put her right into the middle of the fairway. Again, we got this rolling hill. You can see that elevation slope change. Top of the hill is going over Missy's head. But that doesn't bother her. She puts it right up the hill. Beautiful shot. Puts it up to the top. Gonna have a great look. Ellen going for the lefty route. Turns it over a little bit. It's gonna get caught up in a little bit of trees there, but she'll be okay. The big tree right there in front of Jessica, forcing her to do a big sidearm turnover. Same with Hailey. Hailey's gonna get the window. It's gonna drop it down. Running the basket. It's gonna go a little bit deep there for Hailey. And Ellen gets caught up in the trees, moves forward about 40 feet. There you go. Missy with the up and down. Same with Jessica. Hailey leaving herself a little bit of trees in her way. She can force straddle. Sails right over the top. But she gets the comebacker to save her par. Birdie 4 for Missy. There we go, the birdie 4 there for Jessica. And Ellen in with the par. There we are. We are through hole 9. Jessica Weese, Ellen Widboom, Hailey King, Missy Gannon, even +1, -2, +1. We'll see you guys on the back 9 of round 1.